Hello, everyone. This is Southern Belle Whisper. I hope you all are doing well this evening. I hope that you all haven't been too worried about me. I know it's been almost a week since I created my last video, but I've been patiently waiting for the package to come from Amazon that held the cord to my microphone that I needed and a new iPhone holder that I could attach to my desk perfectly, by the way. Very happy with it, by the way. So it's been about 5 days, I think, since I've made a video, and I've just been excited about it all day long because I called my dad earlier, and Amazon said it was supposed to be delivered today, but we've had packages that go to our neighbor instead of us. So I was really nervous about it, but he said, yep, you got it. And it's kind of ironic too, because today is my mother's birthday. Yes, it is Mother Love Whispers' birthday today. She turned 67. And let me just say how grateful I feel that I was here to celebrate with her the first time in a long time. We actually celebrated yesterday. I threw her this big party with charcuterie and wine and a cake, of course. And if you guys would like to see the pictures, I'll share those in another video. But we had a big shindig yesterday. And let me just say, that bottle of wine, it was like 2 bottles in one. And she only had maybe 1.5 glasses because she has to be really careful where the strokes took away a lot of her cognitive movements. She has to be careful with drinking alcohol. So she only drank like 1.5 glasses. But me, you guys, I've been going through it. At work, losing 2 of my favorite coworkers in the same week, and I finished off that whole bottle of wine yesterday, you guys. And yeah, I was pretty blitzed, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I needed that because I bought her the movie Bridges in Madison County, and I hadn't seen that movie since I watched it with her and my grandmother years ago. And I found it in the $5 bin at Walmart. And we started watching it. My mama, she gets tired when she watches, movies. Plus, I bought her a new chair that she can sit in that's easier for her to get up from, thank God. They actually sold it at Goodwill. And I was hoping and praying that nobody bought it, and nobody did. So that was one of the big gifts that she got for her birthday. One of those nice massage chairs with the feet that go up. She was so happy. But yes, today is her birthday, my favorite number, October 22nd. And I just love her so much. She saved my life, you guys, because 11 months today, I kicked my ex out of the vacation home that they were renting to spend Thanksgiving with us last year. And on the 24th was when we escaped home. So I owe everything to my mother. She has kept me alive more times than one, and I'm not just saying things, you guys. When I got here, I was very brainwashed by my ex to almost hate my mother. And I know that sounds horrible, and it's something I have to work through every day, but you try living with somebody for 10 years that just hated her. He despised my mother. So I think the least I could do was give her a nice little birthday party. But I've been wanting to do another magazine flip through for you guys. And I wanted it to be Halloween themed. I really did. But those magazines are like $13.99, you guys. And I have to start saving, you guys, because I have something exciting coming up soon. And I really, 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 really need to save money more. So I decide to get a People magazine instead. And it has my man Snoop Dogg on the cover. I love this. I absolutely love this. So, okay, let me see. I might have to. Okay, sorry. So we got Snoop Dogg on the cover. I don't have a pointer. I'm just going to use a pen. I love Snoop Dogg, you guys. I love this man so much. He's just. You guys know I love my weed too. So I'm gonna have to take a drink before I start flipping through, if you guys don't mind. Okay, so Snoop Dogg's on the cover. How Snoop became America's top dog. The proud father and grandfather blazed his own trail from rat rebel to Olympic sweetheart. Now he's shaking up The Voice. Oh, so is he a judge on The Voice? I'm sorry, I haven't been following The Voice ever since Blake Shelton left. I just don't follow it anymore, but I would totally watch it if it has Snoop Dogg as a judge. And then you also have Kate Middleton on the cover. It says she finishes chemo, feeling hopeful after a tough 9 months. Poor thing. And I have not painted my desk yet, so ignore the little scratches and stuff. I'm actually not going to paint it. Under this paint right here is like a really pretty shiny like linoleum type of desk. I don't know who would have painted this, but I'm going to scrape off the paint and get to what's under this. But okay, so yes, he is a judge. Snoop, Gwen Stefani, Reba, and Michael Bublé. All right. Okay, let me see. There we go. That's so much better. Sorry, had to zoom in a little bit better. So, chatter. I like this. Lainey Wilson says you ain't going to see me in skinny jeans on staying loyal to bell bottoms to people. Kevin Costner says we've come a long way since our Bull Durham days, reuniting with Susan Sarandon 36 years after co-starring together on Instagram. So there's him and Susan Sarandon. Yep, sorry. I'm really tired, you guys. I worked all day, so if I stutter or if I mix my words up, I'm sorry, but I really wanted to make this video for you guys before I went to sleep. So, but yes, there is Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon. Selena Gomez says it's right on my eyebrow. Sometimes I'll use concealer to cover it up. Sometimes I won't. It's actually my boyfriend's favorite thing about me. On her boyfriend Benny Blanco, loving her birthmark on Instagram. I love them together. And I love Selena Gomez. Love Selena Gomez. Keith Urban says, I love that voice, man. She sounds like an ashtray, and I mean that as a compliment. On Miley Cyrus on Nova 96.9's Fitzy and Whippa with Kate Ritchie. Simone Biles said, it makes people happy and then it just makes people happy and then it just pisses people off on why she embraces being called the GOAT on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I don't care anything about the Olympics. I've told you guys that. Ashton Kutcher says, when my daughter cries, my heart is out of my body and I can't put it back in. On loving his 9-year-old daughter, Wyatt, whom he shares with wife Mila Kunis on the Throwbacks podcast. I love them too. Like, I root for Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, and Selena Gomez, and Benny, and even Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. I like them too. Okay, 5 things we're talking about. Number 1, Megan's blockbuster Pepsi ad. Megan Thee Stallion could change her title to The Empress as she watches NFL stars Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, Travis Kelce, and Derrick Henry battle in the Gladiator 2 inspired spot. You guys, I am so tired of hearing about the Chiefs. I am over it. I'm over it. They're not even, it's all paid off, you guys. I believe that with my whole heart. That's paid off. If they go back to the Super Bowl this year, I'm done with the NFL after that. Sorry. I'm sorry to any Chiefs fans or any Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift fans, but I just can't stand them. I cannot stand them. Okay. Number 2, Jell-O furniture. Everyone's favorite quivery dessert now comes in the form of furniture. The inflatable jelly collection is inspired by classic gelatin molds and comes with Jell-O cup holders. All right. 3, Rihanna's Diwar is how you pronounce that. Diwar debut. Rihanna is all about work, 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 work. The pop superstar was announced as the new face of J'adore fragrance by Dior, replacing Charlize Theron. A Twilight animated series. That's the weirdest thing. I have not read this magazine, you guys. I was waiting on you guys. But I've been thinking of Twilight all day. I think it's because I saw a TikTok last night of, is it Suki Waterhouse? Is that her name? Robert Pattinson's girlfriend, fiance, whatever. Is that her name? But it was just the cutest little TikTok. She calls him and plays a joke on him. And they're just so cute together. And I guess that's why I was thinking of Twilight earlier, but it's pretty crazy that it ended up being in this magazine. Bella, where have you been, Loca? The Twilight Saga novel, Midnight Sun, which tells the story from Vampire Edward's perspective, is being adapted into an animated series for Netflix. Oh my gosh. Okay, if Robert Pattinson isn't in it, I don't want it. Sorry. Number 5, Mickey and Minnie Surf Hall vibes. Disneyland's Maine Mice had commentators raising a pumpkin spice latte to their Instagram-ready seasonal looks with a hipster-style graphic tee for Mickey and a demure bow and barrette for Minnie. I wonder, I think my niece was in Disneyland around this time. We got ad for Skechers. It says Snoop Dogg on it. I love Huskies. Huskies are my favorite. They're so dramatic. I love them. I got 2 drinks over here. Everybody, I got water and I got soda. But I'm filling a water, so. But yes, I love Huskies. There's the man, Snoop Dogg. Table of contents. This is another biatch. I cannot stand Jennifer Lopez. Cannot stand her. Don't like her. Never have. I don't like Jennifer Lopez. I do like Ben Stiller though. Ben Stiller attended the September 5th premiere of his latest film, Nutcrackers. Demi Moore and her pup, Palaf, and Henry Golden stopped by People in Entertainment Weekly's portrait studio, and Nelly Furtado performed at the 16th Annual Artists for Peace and Justice fundraiser on September 8th. That's nice. Anybody we know over here? Who's this? Who is this? Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga hit the 81st Venice International Film Festival with her fiancé Michael Polanski in her new engagement ring for the premiere of her new movie Joker. I heard that was a bust, and it makes me so sad, you guys, that it was a bust, because I love Joaquin Phoenix, but they're turning everything into a musical nowadays, and it really pisses me off, because I love the first Joker, and I had really high hopes for the second one, but I won't even waste my money. I'll wait until I can rent it on TV. Push that over a little bit. Okay. Oh, you have Amy Adams and her daughter Anna, and husband Darren Lee Gallo. She is always going to be beautiful. I love Amy Adams. She's top 10 favorite actresses of all time. I love Amy Adams. And nobody here, I don't know these people. Creative Arts Emmys. Jamie Lee Curtis nabbed awards at the 2024 Creative Arts Emmys in LA September 7th through the 8th. Curtis took Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series for The Bear. I've heard so much about that show. I really need to check that out. It's been so hard for me to get into TV shows lately, you guys. And there's so many that I want to watch, but when I come home from work, and I've been getting like a shit ton of overtime because we've lost 6 people since I've been there. And when I get home, I just want to watch Friends. I just want to put on Friends. That's it. I read a little bit, I watch Friends, and then I go to bed. I haven't gotten into any TV shows, and it's not like I don't like them. Like, I really like that Kristen Bell show with Adam Brody, but I just can't get into anything right now. But I did get out of my reading slump, and we will talk about that in my next book haul video. Okay, Angela Bassett scored her first Emmy for narrating the docuseries Queens. Good. I know she was really upset last year when Jamie Lee Curtis won the award that she had been nominated for. And there, once again, Taylor and Travis's busy weekend. Don't care. Sorry, don't care. I don't hate Taylor Swift, you guys. Like, I actually really like a lot of her music. But oh, there's Joey King. I like her. There's Usher. No? Ain't that Usher? Is that not Usher right there? I thought that was Usher. Okay, maybe it's not. It's somebody I don't know. Could fool me. It looks just like Usher. New York Fashion Week. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Princess Kate reveals she's completed chemo. Good. Princess Kate has finished chemotherapy and is concentrating on doing what I can to stay cancer-free. In a deeply personal 3-minute video released on September 9th, the Princess of Wales 42 says the past 9 months of her cancer treatment have been incredibly tough, but her illness has given her a new perspective on everything and has served as a reminder for her and husband Prince William to reflect and be grateful for the simple yet important things in life, as simply loving and being loved. The video, which was shot in August in the woods on the beach in Norfolk, close to Anmer Hall, the family's country home, underscores that William 42 and their children, Prince George 11, Princess Charlotte 9, and Prince Louis 6, remain her priorities. The family is captured like never before. William gently kisses Kate and cuddles with her on a picnic rug. Charlotte clutches her hand as they run on the sea's edge, and Louis dashes through a field of golden grasses. Kate's parents, Carol and Michael Middleton, are also seen playing a lively game of cards. As the summer comes to an end, I cannot tell you what a relief it is to have finally completed my chemotherapy treatment, Kate says. Life as you know it can change in an instant, and we have had to find a way to navigate the stormy waters and road unknown. After undergoing a planned abominable surgery in January, Kate announced in a video message on March 22nd that she had been diagnosed with cancer and was receiving chemotherapy. She has since been seen only twice at official events, first on June 15th at Trooping the Color, and then on July 14th at the Wimbledon Tennis Championships. Kate says she is looking forward to undertaking a few more public engagements and may support King Charles on Remembrance Sunday on November 10th. She is also planning for her annual carol concert at Christmas time. I've always liked Kate Middleton. Now, Prince Harry's wife, Meghan Markle, I think I don't know about her. This week in love, so let's see if I know anybody. Public debut, Lana Del Rey and Jeremy Dufresne. On September 7th, the singer 39 and the airboat captain 49 joined guests including Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce at model Karen Elson's wedding to Electric Lay Studios managing partner Lee Foster in New York City. She looks really happy. My niece, that's her favorite singer, is Lana Del Rey. New couple Megan Thee Stallion and Torrey Craig. The rapper 29 and the Chicago Bulls player 33 stepped out in New York City on September 7th, seemingly confirming their relationship after doing the viral TikTok Couples Edition challenge in August. Okay, hold on a second. Reese Witherspoon, that's my favorite actress, and Oliver Harmon. After the actress 48 and the financier 56 were spotted together at a Celine opening event in New York City on September 4th, multiple sources confirmed their move from friends to dating. It's just casual, says an insider. She deserves to be happy. The date night, Sean Penn and Valerie Nakov. Gosh almighty, he's gotten old. The actor 64 was photographed kissing and holding hands with the model on a walk after dinner in Madrid on September 4th. Penn's divorce from actress Lilia George was finalized in 2022. Do I know these people? Sister Wives. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't get me started. Okay. Golden Bachelorette. That's another thing I don't care about. Sorry. John says his kids worry about him aging. Okay, now this is something I can get to. I love Demi Lovato, you guys. I've had a girl crush on her for years. I love Demi Lovato. She's queen. Absolute queen. Demi Lovato on Child Stardom and Life Now. It's been 16 years since she skyrocketed to fame on the Disney Channel Camp Rock. And now Demi Lovato, 32, is re-examining what it means to be a young person in the spotlight with the new documentary Child Star, out on September 17th on Hulu. Me over here wish I had Hulu. Okay, what did you learn from sitting down with your fellow former child stars? It was interesting talking to Drew Barrymore about her experience pre-camera, phones, and social media. She was of a generation where there was more anatomy with her career that child stars like Alison Stoner and Raven Simone and I didn't get. I've shared a lot with people, and I've realized that my experiences don't define me. The documentary, which you directed, shows you back in the studio. How has your relationship with music evolved? If I'm making a song I feel really excited about, that's when that joy and soul is there. When it's not going well, I get really frustrated. My perfectionism gets in the way. I'm now in a better place with music. What makes you the happiest now? The relationships in my life. I'm an introvert, but I do love to spend time with people that are really important to me, like my fiance, Canadian musician Jutes, my best friends, my family, my dogs. I value and I cherish love so much. Careers and experiences are fleeting, but relationships with family and friends are here to stay. Good for her, you guys. Like, I for sure thought that drugs was going to kill Demi Lovato. I did. And now it just seems she is back and better than ever. And gosh, guys, she's an inspiration. Okay, I am going to put a pause in this video, and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, we have this page. Weddings. Actors Ben Platt, 30, and Noah Galvin, 30, who both played the lead role in Broadway's Dear Evan Hansen, got married on September 1st in Brooklyn. Good for them. I do not see anybody I know on here, so I'm not going to waste time. Oh, I love these. Okay, this is Smile. Okay, let's take a drink, by the way. Okay, furry, feathered, and ready for their close-up. Good luck getting these subjects to hold still. London's Natural History Museum recently revealed its highly commended images from the 2024 Wildlife Photographer of the Year competition. Among the most striking and occasionally silly standouts from a record-breaking 59,228 entries: a snow-prancing stoat in the French Alps, a full-beaked jackdaw gathering stones for a nest in London's Bushy Park, a manatee and her calf drifting in Florida's Crystal River, and two tawny owlets lazing on a branch in Munich. Spanish photographer Jose Manuel Grandio, who captured the stoat in midair, says he sees the animal's movements, thought by some to be a way to confuse prey, as an expression of exuberance. So this little guy is what is that? What is that again? A full jackdaw. Hey. And here's the, no, this is the jackdaw. This is a prancing stoat. So cute. And manatees, I love manatees. They're like top 10 favorite ocean mammals. I love manatees. They're so cute. And the tawny owls. School principal on a roll. When Jared Lamb became the head of school at Basis Baton Rouge Materia, a tuition-free public charter school serving students in grades K through 10, he realized teachers needed more meeting space. So the 16-year-old veteran educator gave up his office and hit the hallways, transforming an AV cart into a rolling office. The setup allows Land 43 to greet students, assist staff, and promote a collaborative learning environment. This is my third year going fully mobile, he says. I believe I can make the biggest impact by being visible. He's kind of cute. See, you guys, there are good men out there. There are good people out there. Okay. My old ad. Okay, I haven't even heard of this one. I love Aubrey Plaza. Don't worry about the title. The gentle dream of a summer romance will leave you in tears. Oh man. Never mind. And then The Perfect Couple with Nicole Kidman. I haven't watched yet. Yeah, another show I haven't watched. Beetlejuice. I have not watched that one yet. Speak No Evil. You guys, that is a movie. I'm going to the movies on Halloween with my best friend, Alexis. And it's a toss-up between Speak No Evil, because I love me some James McAvoy, you guys. I love James McAvoy. He has turned into one of my favorites of all time. I have loved him ever since he was Mr. Thomas on The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I've just been watching movies of him ever since. And I've heard nothing but great things about Speak No Evil, and I think it would be the perfect movie to go to on Halloween night. Patty is a boorish but somehow likable bloke. Pleasant enough company if you happen to meet him when you're on vacation, as do Ben and Louise. But only an idiot would agree to go and spend a week at his home in the countryside. Well, guess who turned out to be idiots? Evil is a outlaw exercise in suspense. Not great, but perfectly nasty when it needs to be. Yeah, it's between that one and that new one with Andrew Garfield, because I love Andrew Garfield too. I forgot what it's called. We Live in Time? Is that what it's called? Him and Florence Pugh. Is it Pugh or Puh? I love her too. I watched her in Little Women, where she played Amy. And I just think she's beautiful. And I think she's a wonderful actress. And I love Andrew Garfield, like I said. But for it to be Halloween night, I think going to see something scary or suspenseful would be the better option. New books that have come out. I can't read this page, you guys, because I'm trying to save money and I can't buy that book. So let's just get to my guy right here. Evolution of Icon. He went from gangster rap to Olympic gold, but he's still the same old G. I had to raise it up a little bit so I can read. If dogs are man's best friend, then the artist now and forever known as Snoop D-O-double-G just might be America's. 30 years since he sauntered onto the scene as a silky-voiced gangster rapper, mired in conflict and controversy. The 6'4" star now stands as one of the country's most beloved icons, and one of its wildest success stories. You think about all the things that I went through and where I'm at, he says, seated inside the office of his South Los Angeles compound, where he's surrounded by Death Row Records memorabilia and puffing on a joint, now legal in 24 states, including California. It's a lesson to let the world see growth, how somebody can go from being hated, banned from countries, thrown in jail for weed, to now America's most lovable person, but it's the same person. Indeed, at 52 and still married to his high school sweetheart, The father of 4 and grandfather of 7 has somehow, some way, managed to evolve while not changing much at all. Now on the heels of his heart-stealing turn as an Olympic commentator, Snoop's bringing his talents and a hard-won expertise to NBC's The Voice. If you choose me, you get a death row chain, he says, previewing how, as a coach, he'll entice young artists to join his team. Members of Team Snoop are in for a treasure trove of life lessons more valuable than diamonds. Here he shares a few as he reflects on his remarkable journey. Okay. No matter where you start, do right by people, keep grinding. Born in Long Beach, California to Mom Beverly Tate, the star was named Calvin Brodus Jr. after his stepfather. From childhood, he answered to Snoopy, a nickname his mom gave him because of a resemblance she saw to the Peanuts character. I thank my auntie, my mom, and my grandmother for bringing me up in church, making me do speeches and perform, he says. All that was training me. He began rapping for friends in the halls of his middle school and later pulled material from life in the streets, where he sought camaraderie while getting caught up in criminal activity at the height of gang violence in the late 80s and 90s. When I was young, we used to rap about living to see 21, he says. That was the goal. Then my homies passed away at 25, so the goal was to be 30. After he was signed to Dr. Dre's Death Row Records, his 1993 album Doggy Style made him a star and a well-known outlaw all at once. Early on, it seemed he spent as much time in court as he did in the studio, making hits like Nothing But G-Thing and Gin and Juice. But by the late 90s, after being found not guilty in a years-long murder case, his bodyguard shot a man and argued it was self-defense, while watching friends like Tupac Shakur fall victims of violence they all rapped about. He knew it was time for a change. I was stuck in a box with keeping it gangster and trying to appease the hood, he says. To go from surviving to thriving, he realized you can't take everybody with you. So this is Bonds That Shaped Him, Dr. Dre. The two, in 1999, have been rocking and rhyming since Dr. Dre gave Snoop his big break in 1992. Tupac Shakur. He was training me, Snoop says, of learning life skills from the late rapper. Things I went through forced me to survive. God, I love this man, you guys. Work with people that make you better. After leaving Death Row and joining No Limit Records for a stint, Snoop decided to chart his own path. I had to be egotistical and self-centered for a moment to establish how I get down, and I don't apologize for it, he says of launching Doggy Style Records in 1999. Soon he was experimenting with a new sound, Evidence on Beautiful, his 2003 hit with Pharrell Williams. I never would have done a song like that in the 90s, he says, hinting as formal misogynistic lyrics. Williams was like, you've been rapping about women, calling them age. When are you going to take time to show them you love them? Since then, I respect my queen rather than use derogatory words to explain my feeling toward females. It's just one example of Snoop leaning into great advice. Take his unlikely friendship with lifestyle guru Martha Stewart, which has proved lucrative for them both. She's a friend like any other that I have, but also a great businesswoman, looking at me as a businessman, he says. Their 2016 VH1 show, Snoop and Martha's Potluck Dinner, made a splash, thrusting him further into the mainstream spotlight while imbuing Stewart with a new sense of cool. It's been one odd couple partnership and brand deal after another ever since. she would call me and be like, Snoop, I was trying to get you to do a deal with Skechers. You should get with them. A year later, I'm like, hey, Martha, I'm on shoe number 60. Good looking out. Remember to be you at all times. There ain't nothing wrong with being you. One call Snoop wasn't expecting came from NBC asking him to serve as a superstar commentator at this year's Summer Olympics in Paris. It felt like a whole other universe based off where I started, he says. But over the years, I feel like I positioned myself for this, showing I'm reliable, professional, that I know what I'm doing, and people love to see me. He's off-the-cuff commentary full of homegrown slang, coupled with some hilarious fish-out-of-water antics, endured him to millions watching around the world. And he's grateful. I love the fact that NBC was willing to take a chance on somebody like me that's kind of rough around the edges. It's an advantage to everybody looking at this that come from where I come from. Family is everything. It's there for you at your highest and your lowest. In 2021, Snoop lost his mother, and this year both his brother Bing and his close cousin Daryl died. We're learning how to heal together, he says, of his family's grief. I've cried and feel sad, but there's only so much you can do. Through it all, his constant has been his wife of 27 years, Shantae Brodus, also 52. She understands me, Snoop says. She knows how to push all my buttons to make me act a mother effing fool or to make me act cool, and I love it. Their road hasn't been easy. The pair split briefly back in 2004 before eventually renewing their vows 4 years later. In relationships like this, it's a rocky road in the beginning because success is new to you both. You learn as time goes by. Okay, you're in control. You run this, you run that, because I make bad decisions. The good to my bad is her. Fatherhood brought its own growth process and the one he's most thankful for. Papa Snoop, that's who I am, and I love being that, he says, of what his grandkids call him. I'd be dressing up for their birthday parties like He-Man, Baby Shark, or whoever. I'd be complaining, but I love it. I love being a grandpa. It's an accomplishment. Back when he was a young father to first son, Cardi, I was moving and grooving, fighting the murder case, working on second album, The Dog Father, Snoop says. Just think about South Central Los Angeles, raising him around that shit. I'm up here rapping for 3 hours, and we ain't got him nothing to eat. Tupac was a better dad than me. He'd be like, man, get that kid some McDonald's. Snoop's best training came when his kids got into sports, inspiring his own Snoop Youth Football League. Coaching some of the roughest kids in the city, coming from backgrounds you wouldn't imagine. I learned how to handle my kids with care by handling those kids with care, he says. I really do see me a lot of the kids in my league. That energy, courageousness, not knowing but not afraid to try. And despite all his own past trauma, Snoop says he wouldn't change a thing. I don't like to mess with the universe. If I was to go back and talk to my younger self, he says, I wouldn't try to tell him you shouldn't do this or that. That's what made me who I am. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, I love Snoop. What does he say? They say you only live once, but I flip the script. You only die once. You live every day. Okay. This is something about Christopher Reeve that's sad that I don't want to read because it's going to gloss over what I just read. Oh, I love his friendship with Robin Williams. Oh. James Earl Jones, you guys. He was special. And I will read this because I love him. For millions of film fans, hearing James Earl Jones's unmistakable baritone voice, commanding at times, calming at others, hey, said, Mama, it's time for bed. That's why I'm doing. Commanding at times, calming at others, always rich and velvety, was as much part of the movie-going experience as buying a tub of popcorn. During his 6-decade career, he made scores of movies, but he was best known for 2 vocal roles: Darth Vader in the Star Wars franchise and Mufasa in Disney's animated sensation The Lion King. Jones, however, never thought his gift was anything special. You know, I don't hear the voice you hear. I'm not party to the Darth Vader tone, he told the New York Times in 2014. All I'm doing is using the voice I have to try to be as clear as I can with the language I'm using. His regal voice went silent on September 9th when Jones died at age 93 of causes undisclosed at press time. He is survived by Flynn Earl Jones, 41, the son he had with his wife of 34 years, actress Cecilia Hart, who died in 2016. As Hollywood mourned the loss of a legend, Kevin Costner, who starred with Jones in Field of Dreams, remembered that booming voice, that quiet strength, the kindness that he radiated. I'm grateful to have been a witness to him making that magic happen. Jones, a Broadway staple who also appeared in hit movies like Coming to America and The Hunt for Red October, won 3 Tonys, 3 Emmys, a Grammy, and an honorary Oscar. He was an EGOT winner with no ego. I was a content off-Broadway as I was in a big Hollywood movie, he once said. I told you guys before that The Lion King is, sorry, my back is hurting. The Lion King is my favorite Disney movie. Okay, so this is a true crime case. Before he was found dead at his mansion, a Miami real estate mogul repeatedly tried to have his wife killed, the FBI claims. Oh yeah, I know her. Oh, let's say I don't know her, but I do. Never saw it. Philly cheesesteak. Oh, I would love to have a good Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Okay. I think that's it, you guys. That's all the good stuff, anyways. Oh, Terry Crews. I love this little last thing at the end. I love Terry Crews. America's Got Talent host, 56, stars in the new action comedy The Killer's Game. Last time I sang out loud, he says, this morning in the shower I had to float on by the floaters in my head. And if I hear anything, I sing along. I have no control. My wife Rebecca came in and I just kept going. Last game I played, Uno is a big family tradition and everybody changes the rules every freaking time. I usually get beat and I don't say anything, but when I win, I brag excessively. I can dish it out hard, but they can't. Last recurring dream, I was swimming and I'm not a good swimmer, but I'm learning. I had my head above water and it was very peaceful. It's like my brain was telling me, just tread. You're above anything, that's a problem. Last obsession. I love watching this guy on YouTube, Preppy Kitchen. I do intermittent fasting and eat healthy so I can watch these pies and cakes and donuts being made and pretend I ate them. I freaking love this guy. Last time I cursed, I'm not a cursor. To me, it's a discipline, you know. I kind of pride myself on it. My mother was very strict. To her, shut up was a cuss word. Yeah, that's true, it is a cuss word. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please let me know down in the comments how the microphone sounded to you guys. I think it's not on. Okay, thank you.